I've spent 15 years working in accounting and finance, and I've seen people earning 100K a year who are completely broke. They have a nice car, nice apartment, but behind the scenes, they're stressed, trapped, and wondering where all their money keeps going. Because the problem usually isn't income, it's middle class habits that quietly keep people broke for years. So, in this video, I'm breaking down the habits keeping people stuck financially and how to avoid them so you can actually start building wealth. Habit number one, looking rich versus being rich. Most people are focused on looking rich, not becoming rich, and that habit quietly keeps people broke because looking rich is visible. It's the car, the clothes, the holidays, the expensive dinners. But real wealth is usually invisible. It's savings, investments, assets, freedom. And this is something I didn't understand for years. From the outside, I looked fine, but behind the scenes, I had nothing to show for it. And that's the dangerous part about lifestyle culture. You can look financially successful while secretly struggling. Eventually, I had to ask myself, what am I actually spending this money for? And that question changed everything. Because once I stopped trying to impress other people, I finally started building actual financial security and a life I truly enjoyed. I spent less, but I actually felt richer because I focused more on experiences like travel, the theatre, ballet shows, simple things that genuinely added value to my life. And over time, I cared less about how things looked and more about what I was actually building. And the next habit is one of the biggest ways people quietly stay trapped in that cycle. Habit number two, convenient spending. This is where money quietly disappears because convenient spending never feels serious in the moment. It's just a coffee, just a takeaway, just an Uber. But small convenient spending adds up fast. £20 a day is over £7,000 a year. And that's why people earning good money still end up with nothing left at the end of the month because convenience removes friction, and that's the trap. Spending becomes automatic instead of intentional. And I even made this mistake myself until eventually I realized I wasn't intentionally spending anymore. I was outsourcing my discipline. So I made some changes. Now, I grocery shop weekly, I meal prep, I plan my travel properly, and I reduce last minute spending. Now, don't get me wrong, I still buy things I enjoy. So I still get coffee sometimes, I still eat out, but now it's intentional instead of automatic. That one shift alone drastically reduced my spending without making me feel deprived. And the next habit is dangerous because society actually rewards you for it. Habit number three, that I earned this trap. This is how lifestyle inflation quietly keeps people broke. You earn more, but somehow your finances never improve because every pay rise becomes an excuse to upgrade your lifestyle. You start making more, and all of a sudden you need a nicer apartment, better car, more spending, more upgrades. And because you technically can afford it, it feels justified. It feels like success. But financially, nothing changes because your lifestyle expands just as fast as your income. And that's how people end up earning six figures while still living paycheck to paycheck. And I had to break this habit myself, so I made a rule. Instead of increasing my lifestyle every time my income increased, I increased my savings and investments instead. And that is when things finally changed for me financially. Because wealth is built in the gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap paid off my debt, built my savings, built my investments. Because income alone doesn't build wealth, what you keep does. And this next habit is one of the biggest financial traps disguised as normal. Habit number four, the car payment cycle. Most people buy cars emotionally, not financially. It becomes a status symbol. And monthly payments make expensive cars feel affordable. You pay £300 a month, £500 a month, sometimes more. And because it's monthly, people underestimate how much it's actually costing them. But here's the reality, you're making huge payments on something dropping in value every single year. So here's a good rule of thumb. Your car shouldn't cost more than about 10 to 15% of your income. So if you earn £50,000 a year, your car payment shouldn't cost no more than £7,500 a year. But most people go way above that and end up living paycheck to paycheck just trying to maintain the payments. So instead of overspending on a car, you can buy a reliable second-hand car instead. That's what I did. After getting out of debt, I paid cash for my car. It was nothing fancy, just something reliable that got me from A to B. And honestly, that decision probably saved me thousands over time. I kept that car for 7 years. Meanwhile, the money I didn't spend on car payments went to investing instead. And that's the part people miss. Every expensive payment has an opportunity cost, and over time, that difference can literally become wealth. And this next habit is subtle, but it quietly drains people financially every single month. Habit number five, the upgrade everything mindset. This habit is sneaky, but it quietly raises your baseline spending because individually, none of these upgrades feel expensive. Premium subscriptions, VIP options, next day delivery, more expensive versions, and every upgrade feels justified. You think, I can afford it, so why not? But over time, that mindset becomes expensive because once upgrading becomes your default, your spending quietly increases everywhere. And I had to catch myself doing this too because I realized Just because I could afford better didn't mean I actually needed better. Now, I spend more intentionally, and weirdly, I consume less but enjoy more now because I'm choosing things consciously instead of upgrading automatically. And I also realize something important: expensive doesn't always mean better, sometimes it's just better marketing. And this next habit is one that finally changed my finances long term. Habit number 6: only saving and not investing. For a long time, I thought saving money was enough. But eventually I realized saving is for protection, investing is what grows your money. And that was the shift that finally started building wealth for me. Because after getting out of debt, seeing money sitting in my bank account made me feel safe. I became obsessed with saving because I never wanted to feel broke again. But eventually I realized inflation quietly eats away at cash over time. So while saving is important, saving alone usually isn't enough to build long-term wealth. So once my emergency fund was in place, I started investing instead, mostly through broad market index funds because they're beginner friendly, diversified, low cost, simple long term investments. And here's the biggest lesson: you do not need to start big. Even £100 a month invested consistently over time matters because this is the shift that turns financial safety into financial freedom. And the final habit is the one that quietly keeps people stuck for years. Habit number 7: avoiding your finances. A lot of people disconnect from their finances emotionally because looking at the numbers feels uncomfortable. So instead, they ignore it. They swipe the card, go shopping, say yes to everything, and hope it somehow works itself out later. But neglecting your finances is expensive because the longer you ignore your money, the worse the problem usually becomes. And I know this because I did it too. When I was in debt, I hated looking at my bank account because deep down I already knew things weren't good. So I started small. I began checking my bank statements regularly, then tracking my spending and paying attention to where my money was actually going. And little by little, I became more financially aware because financial literacy isn't about being good at maths, it's about understanding your habits. And once I understood mine, everything started changing. Here's the shift that changed my finances. I stopped treating wealth building like something I'd do later because for years I'd save what was left, invest if I could, and hope I'd eventually figure it out. But wealth started building when I made it a priority first. Before I spent money on anything else, money got moved automatically into savings, into investments. Because if you don't direct your money intentionally, your lifestyle will consume it every single time. And automation changed everything for me because it removed emotion from the process. Building wealth stopped depending on motivation and started happening quietly in the background instead. If you take anything from this video, let it be this: it's not about how much you earn, it's what you keep. Because I've seen people earning 100k a year with nothing to show for it. And I've seen people earning far less, quietly building real wealth. And the difference usually isn't income, it's habits. Small habits repeated consistently over time. Because the habits that make you look wealthy are often very different from the habits that actually build wealth. And if you want to see the habits that made me stop looking rich and actually start building wealth, watch this video next. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more content on building wealth on a normal salary. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.